All right, guys. So I'm gonna give you some more fill-in information about this game right now. What's going on? Watching the Toronto Maple Leafs and Florida Panthers Game 7. Florida just scored, and surprise, surprise, Florida Panthers are leading the playoffs by most goals by a defenseman. 11 goals so far this playoffs. And that was a goal by Seth Jones walking in, snipes it top corner, and it's not looking very good for the. Well, I don't want to say it's not looking very good for the Maple Leafs right now. But I'll be honest here. Okay, I'm gonna just go ahead and say it. It's not looking very good for the Maple Leafs right now. Panthers are all over them right now, and the way it goes is, well, funny enough. Uh, Historically speaking, the team that scores first in Game 7 always wins 75% of the time. But this year in the playoffs, teams who score first in Game 7 are 0-2, which is pretty interesting. They actually have a 0% chance of winning statistically. Well, historically here in this year's playoffs. But yeah, Florida is playing like they know what they're doing. Toronto is playing like they're trying. They're trying, but Florida is just better. So it's going to be a real big. It's going to be a. It's going to be an over. It's going to be. It's going to be. What do you want to call it? It's going to be a triumph if the Maple Leafs win this game, and that's not to say they can't, because they absolutely can, but I'm just telling you right now. I mean, as tight as these games are, and as deflating as a goal is, especially for teams like Toronto. No offense. I mean, I haven't watched a lot of Toronto hockey this playoff series, but I just know how it is when you get scored on and it's like a really tight game. It's like, the anxiety, right? Well, anxiety is present. And we're in the second period still. It's still early-ish. We're closer to the first period than we are the second period. Huge hit by Domi. Just dropped his man. That can change the game right there. He's in on the puck. He's got it behind the net. He's coming back up. He's getting worked to the corner. Florida takes it away and clears. Verhaeghe's got the puck, dumps it in deep. Toronto is struggling to get out of their zone. They struggle to get out of their zone a bit. They're getting a little better with it now. I think they've gotten a little better since they were struggling in the first. But there was the play before Florida scored. Marchand shot on goal, rebound, puck still loose around the boards, up high to the D-man, back to Marchand, shoots it, ripped it, big rebound, score. 2-0 Florida Panthers. Yep, not looking good. Not looking good, bros. Not looking good. So, here's the deal. Something's got to change. Period. If it doesn't, game's over. Game is already over, unless something changes. Shot from the point, big rebound, juicy rebound, right to the stick, pots it in. Is that Mikola? Number 15, Lundell. Huge shot, deflected, rebound down low, wall comes out, no chance on the rebound. And these are back-to-back goals over the course of this is a 5-minute span. This is a 3-minute span. This is a 3-minute span. We got 2 goals in Game 7. So, wake up call, Toronto. Hello, McFly. Is anybody home? If you guys don't realize what's going on right now, there ain't no helping you, because you're about to get decked. If you give up another game, if you give up one more goal, the game is over. Period. You give up another goal, game's over. So that's what we're dealing with right now, guys. Yeah, it's 12 minutes left in the second period. Where's Marner been? No offense, bro. I don't want to hate. I'm not trying to hate, but I'm just saying, Where has he been? Haven't seen him involved in very many plays. This is a man's team in the Florida Panthers versus a young adult team. This is men versus young adults. This is just not going very well for the Leafs. And they're, look, hoping you're going to win is not going to win the game. You're not going to win by hoping you're going to win. The only way you'll win is if you freaking win. And in order to win, you gotta literally win. Duh. But like you gotta stop playing these cutesy little tap pat plays, and you gotta get in there and you gotta do what you gotta get in there and you gotta do it. You gotta take authority. You gotta say, look, this is our game. This is our puck. This is our house. We're not taking this anymore. You got if they don't step up and do something right now, like instead of running around, they're in deep trouble. They're trying stretch passes. I mean, this is not the way to win this game. You have got to stop these Panthers, period, and they're not doing it. So, I mean, I'm not trying to be too harsh here, but I'm calling it like I see it right now. I'm calling this for Florida right now. I'm calling it for Florida. And I hope I eat my words because they'll taste great. Because if Toronto wins, I'll be very happy. But it ain't looking like it, boys. It is not looking like it. Puck is finding Florida every whip stitch. 3-0. 3-0. 3-0. Huge rebound. 3-0. 3-0. Florida crowds are freaking stunned. They are silent. They're done. The guy who scored, Yona Gadjevich. Who the heck is that? Nobody even knows. That's who's scoring on you in Game 7. So this is horrible. This is horrible for the Leafs. It's not good, obviously. Turnover. Goes up ice and goes right to the Florida Leaf. Takes it right in to the Florida Panther. Shoots it, rebound, cross ice, score. 5-hole. Like, that's what I don't understand. When this momentum is going this way, what the heck are you going to do? I say this with respect to the Leafs. I say this with concern and care and love for the Leafs. But, dudes, when this is happening right now, you can see it, and it ain't stopping. When this is happening, if you don't take a timeout, if you don't do something, they're looking at it for offside. It might be offside. I hope it's offside. It's not offside. 3-0. 3-0. Look, Florida's still pressing. Shot on the goal. Slap shot. Block again. Blocked up high. Somebody's hurt. Marner hit with a block shot. He's fine. But my point is, you guys, look, I'm just going to tell you, all right now what's going on with the Maple Leafs, all right? I'm going to tell you right now. They're playing scared to lose. They're playing scared to lose hockey. Period. Scared to lose hockey does not win you games. Scared to lose hockey loses you games faster than anything else. All right, let's just do this one right here because I need to not hold this phone anymore, guys. So I'm not trying to like yell at you guys. I don't want it to be like too aggressive and everything like that, but I'm really kind of frustrated and I'm really disappointed on behalf of the Maple Leafs and their fans. Not on behalf of the Maple Leafs. No, I'm not disappointed on behalf of the Maple Leafs. This is the Maple Leafs game to lose. And here's the thing. You've played Florida, right? You're playing Florida. Florida just won the Stanley Cup, defending Stanley Cup champions, okay? Now here you are in Game 7 against the defending Stanley Cup champions. What are you going to do? What is your game plan? Because I'll tell you right now, I've watched this game from start to finish, minus about a minute worth of gameplay. And I will tell you something right now. I don't watch a lot of Toronto games, but As far as what the Maple Leafs are doing to win this game, I could not tell you. I could not tell you what they're doing to win the game. I mean, obviously they're trying to take. Well, I can tell you what they're doing wrong. You know, Well, I'm actually not that good at explaining it, but just basically, the puck is going to Florida. Every time the puck goes anywhere, it's on Florida's stick, and they're flying in and they're shooting it. The Maple Leafs look rattled. They look shaken. They look unsure. And Berube's going off. He's telling them right now. He's yelling at them. He's using hand signals. He's upset. Not right now. That was a replay. But look, this is a crazy game. Unless this game breaks wide the heck open, unless this game cracks open like an egg and a yolk falls out, this game is over. Austin Matthews, this is your welcome to Ovechkin territory 101. Welcome to Ovechkin territory. Welcome to Washington Capitals territory, boys. Welcome. Because if you wanted adversity, if you wanted to be in the belly of the beast, this is where you are. And I'm not taking anything away from the Panthers or the Maple Leafs, really, because the Panthers are an insane team. Okay? They are an insane team. Can they be beaten? Of course they can be beaten. Is it happening tonight? Probably not. Probably not. And I hate that because I love Steve Dangle, who's a huge Maple Leafs fan. I love the Maple Leafs, and I hate the crap they're going to get. Here come the Panthers again. Almost a 2-on-1. Bennett wide open. Okay, nice defensive play by Tanev, or whoever number 2 is. Who is that? Benoit. Okay, Florida's still on the attack. Toronto is literally skating around like, what are we here for? On the goal line, Wall with the save. Puck is still loose. Puck's behind the net. Wall is down. Florida's still got the puck. This is a complete bloodbath. This is a complete onslaught slaughter. Wall doesn't have a goalie stick. He doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't look like he knows what he's doing. Another shot from the point. Almost went in. Florida still got position. They still got possession. Dumped it back in. Florida back on the forecheck again. The Maple Leafs look like they have no idea what they're doing. They look like they don't know why they're there. This is another matter of time before they score again. Period. This is a matter of time before they score again. And this is the game. This is the game right here. 8 minutes to go. Stoppage of play, I don't know why. I don't think it's a penalty, but there's been like 6 or 7 opportunities where the puck was going to go in. And I'm talking about against the Leafs. Like, it's 3-0. It could be 5-0. And I'm not trying to rub salt into the wound, but I'm just saying, you guys cannot play around and act like this ain't Game 7 versus the freaking Florida Panthers. Because this is Game 7 against the Florida Panthers. Like, they're not going to win this. The Maple Leafs are not going to win this game. Short of a miracle. Okay, they've got to score in the second period. Period. If they don't score in the second period, they're toast. They got to get 1 in the second. They got to get at least 1 in the second. If they score a goal in the second, things change. If they score 2 in the second, well, howdy do. We're in a different territory. But if they go into the third period down 3-0, it's not good. The part that bothers me the most is, I don't know. I don't know what bothers me the most. I'm frustrated, but at the same time, instead of focusing on how bad Toronto's playing, let's focus on how good Florida's playing, right? Florida is killing it. They're killing it. They're showing everybody right now who the heck the Stanley Cup champions are. They're saying, "Oh, you thought we won last year and that was a fluke? Welcome to today, sucker. We just scored on you. It's 3-0. That's what they're saying. Florida is not playing around. Florida's not playing at all. Florida wants back-to-back cups, period. That's what Florida wants, period. They don't care about the Maple Leafs. They don't care about no legacy the Maple Leafs are trying. They don't care about them trying to break their slump and trying to get to the conference finals. Florida says, not today, sucker. You ain't making it to no conference finals. They got Seth Jones. Are you kidding me? Seth Jones on the back end of Florida, the defending Stanley Cup champs. You got Matthew Tkachuk in the lineup. Yeah, I haven't seen much of him, but I'll tell you what, doesn't matter because that's how good Florida is. I don't know if this is a penalty or not. No. Stoppage of play. Maple Leafs have they gotta find their game. They gotta get possession of the puck. Puck turned over again. Here comes the Panthers. They gotta get possession of this puck, and they gotta do something with it. They've gotta get the puck and keep the puck, and say, guess what? We're not here to play around. Okay, that was a decent play by Matthews. Failed zone entry, loss of possession. Marner's got it taken away by Florida. Maple Leafs got it again. Matthews skies the puck. Icing? No. Icing, yes. So, Pacioretty's in there, and dude, I'll tell you right now, I love me some Pacioretty, but I'm telling you right now, Pacioretty's not going to win you this freaking series. So, Toronto Maple Leafs, if you don't figure out what the heck you're doing, like, I'm telling you right now, they do not know what they're doing. They do not know what they're doing. And that's the biggest problem. They don't know what they're doing. And what do you think all the crowd's thinking? The crowd is sitting there going, what the heck's going on? Is this deja vu? Are we losing again? Game 7, right in the middle of everything. Almost a fourth goal right there. Complete wide open net, wall out of position, miraculous no goal. Almost a fourth goal for Florida. Right there again. So this is what you have to beat. And it doesn't and you're not going to beat it. I'm sorry. I'm going to say right now I'm going to congratulate the Maple Leafs on a good season. This is you know what, and to be fair, this is their first season with Craig Berube, their coach. And I'll tell you what, he's a great coach. And I want to say the way these Maple Leafs have played this year has impressed me, and it has said to me that, you know what, maybe they're changing. Shots this period. You want to hear the stat? Shots this period, 14-1 Florida. 14-1. 14-1 in the second period. Shots for the game, 22-8 Florida. So, I mean, this is a group effort. Everyone's buckled in blocking shots. Carlo just blocked a shot with his butt. But look, guys, this is the real time. This is the big time. This is the team. Florida is the team that says, we don't care where we are. We don't care who you are. We don't care about anything. The only thing that matters is we're winning. And that is a past tense statement when they say it. If they haven't scored yet, it's a matter of time. You know? They scored and the floodgates opened. So they're pouncing on. They smelt blood and now they're all over it. Maple Leafs finally trying to get a shot on goal. Did they get one? I think they got one shot on goal just then. Maple Leafs behind the net. They have got to score. If they don't, this is you better start playing like this is the last minute of regulation, because if you don't, you ain't getting nothing. But yeah, I feel bad. I feel bad for the Maple Leafs because they're trying, and you know what? They got, I'm going to say it. I hate to say this, but I hate to say this. They've got too many soft players on their team. They have too many soft players. And I hate to say this, Matthews and Marner, I think are too soft. I think they're too cute. I think they're too prima donna. I think blah, blah, blah. Florida does not care. Florida plays as a unit. They play as a one. They play as a group. Lawton's trying to get something going with Ekblad. That's not going to work. That's not going to work at all. So, I mean, Toronto is just playing out of sync. They don't know what's going on. The fans are just the fans are in total chaos. You know, this is crazy. So, totally crazy. What else can I say right now? This is a lot to deal with, you guys. I mean, it's a hockey game, right? But I feel bad for the Maple Leafs. I'll tell you what. Let me finish this thought, okay? First season with Craig Berube. And look what they got. They made it to the second round. Making it to the second round is no small feat. I say arguably the first round is the hardest round. I mean, you start with 16 teams, then you go to 8. Making it to the second round is easier said than done. And for Maple Leafs, if you don't make the second round, you are about to go through the worst meat grinder of all time. Here they are in the second round again. First season under Berube, they make it to the second round. That, in and of itself, is a massive win. And now, everything can change. And I'll tell you something. The Maple Leafs can win the Cup next year. They can win the Cup next year. They're not winning it this year. They're not winning it this year. They're not going to beat Florida here. And I hate to say that, and I don't want to root against them to like say, prove me wrong, but I'm just saying straight up. I hate to say it, but I think this game is over. I think it's over, and I feel bad for all the Maple Leafs fans. Justin Bieber's still in the house. He's still rocking, still going, still rocking. Yeah. Who's Haley Bieber? Is that his sister? Is that his girlfriend? Is that his wife? Who is that? I don't know. But she's sitting next to him. But hear me out, Maple Leaf fans. You know, you're losing this game, but you gotta look at the bright sides, right? You got a solid, great team. I don't know who you have to re-sign in the offseason, who you're gonna lose or whatever. But first season under Berube, think about the Caps, right? First season under Carberry, miraculously make the playoffs. Second season under Carberry, Florida just scored again. No goal. Florida scored, collision with the goalie. This could turn the tide right here. This could turn the tide. If they call this a goal, game's over. If they call this a goal, game's over, and there's possible rioting. Collision with the goaltender. They're talking about right now. Another turnover. Takes it right in, goes right to the net. Scores. But did he score first? No. Okay, follow through, rebound, kicks it in without a kicking motion, making contact with the goaltender. This can't be a goal. If this is a goal, then burn the rule book. If this is a goal, burn the rule book, because this is not a goal. This can't be a goal. It can't be a goal. Can't be a goal. This cannot be a goal, you guys. Oh, they got the headsets on. They got the headsets on. They're going to Toronto. In Toronto. They got the headsets on. This can't be a goal. I mean, I know they have to look at it because it's Game 7 and all. But this can't be a goal. It can't be a goal. Wall goes for the poke check. Makes the initial save. Puck on the follow through. Jones kicks it in. Oh, man. Let me try to show you this. Show the replay again, guys. Show the replay. Show the replay. Come on, show the replay. Okay, watch. Look at that kicking motion right there. Contact with the goalie too, right? Am I wrong? Isn't that not contact with the goalie? The longer you look at it, the more it looks like a goal. Which is insane. The longer you look at it, the more it looks like a goal. It can't be. It can't be, though. It Can't be a goal. No goal. No goal. No goal. All right, well, Maple Leafs, there's your chance right there. There's your chance. They don't even know where the puck is in their own zone. They're looking around. They're flying by pucks left and right. What is? They are not. They Maple Leafs, wake up. The Panthers are getting passes through every one of you guys' legs. They're carried in again. Here's Kachuk breaking in again. Another chance. Shot from the point. Back to the D-man. Shot again. Save. Rebound. Florida gains possession. Florida still has possession. 4 minutes left. 4 minutes left in the second. Oh, man. Maple Leafs without a stick. Florida still has possession. Slap shot from the point. Save, rebound. Save, rebound. Toronto can't get the puck out. Toronto is drowning. They're drowning. This is an embarrassment. Well, let me rephrase that. Florida Panthers are embarrassing the Maple Leafs right now. They're embarrassing them. Let me rephrase that. They are dominating them. They are dominating the Maple Leafs right now. Florida still has possession, still firing at will. Wall makes a save. No rebound. Whistle. 25-10. Shots 25-10. So this is a proper spank. This is a proper spank from the Maple Leafs. From the Panthers, sorry. These guys are struggling, and they're struggling bad. And it sucks. But once again, let me finish my silver lining story to you guys, to you Maple Leafs fans. Craig Berube, you're a good coach. Don't let this get to you, bro. Please come back next year. Shot from the point. Toronto's got the puck. Still hasn't cleared. Still hasn't cleared. Turned it over. Florida still got it in. Clear the puck. Okay, they cleared it. No, they iced it. They iced it. Here's the silver lining, boys. You had a great season. You got a great coach. Come back. Make adjustments in the offseason. Make adjustments, period. And come back next year. You'll do it. You can do it. You will do it. Toronto Maple Leafs will make the playoffs next year. I mean, you can pretty much bet on it. Unless they blow the team completely to high heavens. But shots in this period, 17-3, 17-3 for the Panthers. 17-3. Florida still has the puck. Still battling down low. Toronto finally gets the puck and clears without icing it. Florida coming in. Is that Marner? Yeah. All right. Tries to make a play. Nothing happening. Florida's got the puck. Kachuk's got it. Brings it up ice. Dumps it in. Easy peasy. Pursues it casually. Makes the hit. Toronto's got it. And they didn't turn it over. That's good. Toronto comes up ice. Back to Florida. Florida clears in. Florida in on the forecheck. Florida's got possession. Puck escapes Ekblad. Ekblad gets beat by Pacioretty. Puck being fought over in the Panthers zone. Like I said, if Toronto scores a goal before this period's over, they have a chance. If they don't, they're done. They're not going to score a goal. They got 1:55 minutes left. And unfortunately, the Panthers can score. I don't think they're going to, though. I think the Maple Leafs have found. I'm going to say this right now. Maple Leafs have found whatever it was they needed, and it ain't a goal. I'll tell you what, it's not a goal, but it is. It's luck. Maple Leafs have found some luck, so now they just got to hold on to it and score a freaking goal. Period. It's not working so far. 1:25 to go. Marchand, 5th player in NHL history with 13 career Game 7 appearances. Marchand. Toronto's not sure how to start this breakout. dumps it in. Florida clears it. Yeah, no penalties in this game. Actually, yeah, there was one. Toronto bench minor, too many men. Killed it off. All right. Florida ices the puck. Okay, so you know what's happening now, right? Things are starting to swing back into... It's a long way before you can start to say that it's swinging back into Toronto's favor. Because it's a 3-0 game. But offensive zone draw. Got Matthews on the draw. I guess Matthews is a center. Matthews and Marner. Matthews against Bennett. Here we go. Matthews wins it. Puck is doesn't go to the defense. Florida clears it out and pursues heavily with everything they got. Florida reminds me of Carolina, but I think they're a little quicker. And they're meaner. Puck cleared out again. 27 seconds to go. Oh man, they were fighting Oliver Ekman-Larsson real bad there. Hounding him. Shot again in the Leafs zone. Leafs still going to break out. 13 seconds. 11, 10, 9. Offside, clear in 6 seconds, 5 seconds. Leafs going into the third, down 3-0. Just like that. Feel bad for Bissonnette, but that's how it goes, you know. Florida Panthers they're not babies. They're not a baby team. They're the real deal. Don't lose hope, Maple Leafs. Don't lose hope. This is your final chance. You thought that you could just come out and casually play a Game 7 and try to win? Well, you're wrong about that. You can't just casually come out and try to play a Game 7 and try to win. The only way to win a Game 7 is to come in and win. Period. There's one option. Win. And it ain't rocket science, of course, but if you don't win, you lose. So, period. All right, guys.